two top 10 teams battle it out for the Sunset League Championship. Laguna Hills tries to finish the regular season undefeated, but faces a tough challenger, and yet another great matchup in the Trinity League. Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com. It's time to take a look at this week's big football games. It's Week 10, the final week of the regular season. Steve Fryer here with Dan Albano and Carlos Arias. Let's get to the Sunset League game first, fellas. This is a great-looking game. It's Los Alamitos against Edison Thursday at Veteran Stadium, Los Al's home field. They're both 7-2 overall, and they're both 4-0 in the Sunset League. Looks like a great game set up. You know, Edison's defending champs. They're not the Edison team they were last year, guys that went all the way to the Pac-5 final, but still a formidable group. You know, we saw Chase Favreau was getting it going. He had a great week last week. Los Al, you know, they got a great running game. Andrew Ferramo had a great game last week. Cody Paul, Nick Richardson's back. I'm picking Los Al in this game. I think that's one of the hottest teams in the county. Los Al's going to go 5-0 in that Sunset League. Dan, what do you think?
Yeah, I'm picking Los Al as well.
Right.
You know, the Griffin Nation doesn't like to hear too much about the Santa Margarita game early this season. They want to forget about that. But that was a big turning point for Coach Barnes' team. They changed a lot of things. They pretty much overhauled their program, went back to a lot of their roots. They got the spread offense back. They're practicing a lot harder. They're hitting a lot more in practice.
Right.
They got the multiple active front on the defensive line. And, you know, Nick Richardson really makes his team special. I think Edison is still trying to find himself on offense. They're not haven't been as prolific. Yeah, they're not going to be like last year's team.
No.
You know, that was a team for the ages as far as offensively is concerned for Edison. It's going to be, you know, they might not have a team like that for a long time. So I think Los Al is just, you know, playing real well right now. They just have more, you know, playmakers. So
yeah,
I think,
they sure do.
And a guy to watch, Richard Turner, is really playing well for Los Al. They really like him.
Yeah, good receiver.
Yeah.
Carlos, go along with us on this?
I got to pick Los Al too,
Yeah.
man. And I'm for another reason too. Dylan Lagarde writing some of that Manny Pacquiao Pinoy power. So you know, I just think Los Al's really turned it around. Like you said, since the Santa Margarita game, not even the same team.
That was the worst I've ever seen Los Al play in 20 years of watching them. That Margarita game was terrible.
It was
now they're playing
embarrassing.
great again.
Yeah,
Really quite a turnaround.
embarrassing.
Okay, Seaview League battle. We've got two teams undefeated. They're both on top of the league. El Toro at Laguna Hills. That game is Thursday. Laguna Hills is 8-0, looking to go undefeated. I'm picking Laguna Hills in this game. They got a couple guys maybe mashed up a little bit. I don't know if they're going to play much. Ryan you know, pretty good player.
Yeah.
They're really good football team without Bruce Ingles doing a really nice job. Kind of an under-the-radar team, and that's sort of their own fault, in my opinion, because you know, you look at their non-league schedule, guys, you know, Irvine, University, Canyon, you know, these are teams that might not, you know, go to the playoffs. Well, you know, for sure not. I like to see them play a better non-league schedule, but the Seaview League's good. I mean, they win the Seaview League, that's pretty good. So I'm picking Laguna Hills to finish it up and go 9-0. Dan?
Yeah, they were section finalists last year.
Yeah.
And they usually have really good chemistry. They play really well together. I'm picking El Toro. I like what El Toro has up front. You know, the reports out of the Seaview League is they just got a great offensive line. They're huge offensive line. Alvarez, they got another tackle. They just got mammoth size, and they got a great running back in Nico Jackson.
Yes.
And El Toro has overcome a lot of injuries, especially at the quarterback position. But I just think they have the linemen to win this game in the trenches, which you have to do, because Laguna Hills, for the size of the school being under the radar, the Hawks always play such a physical brand of football.
Sure.
And that's why they can step up and usually make these postseason runs, because they play so physical. I think El Toro can match it.
Close game?
A very close game.
Yeah, right on. Okay, Carlos?
Cue the intense 24 music. I'm going against you, Dan Albano. Laguna Hills, man. Bruce Ingles, they never have like these big name players. You never hear like, you know, a guy's got, you know, 2,000 rushing yards, but he always, you know, gets the most out of his teams. Yeah, well, come on. I'm talking about the last, like, you know what we're talking about.
Still got the records.
Yeah, but, you know, like I said, I really like Bruce Ingles' teams, and I'm going Laguna.
Okay, and then to finish it up here in the Trinity League, you know, they're tied for second place. They're both going to go to the playoffs, but this game is pretty crucial for, you know, momentum, you know, Trinity League pride, and also who's going to be the #2 team coming out of this league in the Pac-5 division. We're talking about Santa Margarita at home at Saddleback College against Mater Dei on Friday night. Mater Dei's 3 in the county, Margarita's 4. They both lost by a touchdown to Servite in the last couple weeks. Myself, I'm going with Mater Dei in this game, and I know that kind of might surprise some folks because Margarita's been pretty darn hot lately, but I think Mater Dei gets it done in what is going to be a very close game. I think sort of a low-scoring game too, Dan.
Well, that's a good pick. I mean, you know, it's hard to
of course,
not
it's my
pick.
pick.
It's, how can, you know, Mater Dei is playing a lot better in the Trinity League.
Yes.
I'm going to pick Santa Margarita. I just think I was so impressed with how they played Servite. You know, they both played, you know, Mater Dei and Santa Margarita both played Servite within a touchdown. But, you know, Santa Margarita just played such a clean game.
Sure.
No turnovers, very few penalties, nice balance on offense and defense. Just played such a clean game. And, you know, if Santa Margarita could have done a better job, you know, inside, you know, the 30, 35 yard of Servite, you know, they would have won that game.
Yeah.
Right there,
Nobody does good in that part of the field against
that's a big
clap down.
You know, because Servite's got the defense. But I think Santa Margarita, I was really impressed. Craycraft is a really good receiver.
River Craycraft, what a player. Sophomore too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Sweet is a really good receiver. Adam Young is a great quarterback. It'll be a very good game. You know, last year, you know, Mater Dei got I think they got a tough draw last year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They drew Bishop Amont. So this is a big game.
Yeah.
Carlos.
I'm getting the wrap-up sign, so I'm just going to say I wonder who God's pulling for this week. I think he's pulling for Santa Margarita.
All right. Very good. I'm sure he has nothing else to do but get ready for the Trinity League.
The Trinity League is the most important thing right now.
Nothing else going on in Haiti or nothing.
Yeah.
It's all about the Trinity League. Okay, well, that's what's going on here in the final week of the regular season. On Sunday, you got to come check out OCVarsity.com for all the playoff activity going on. We'll let you know who the at-large berths are, and also you know, who's playing who in the first round of all the great divisions here at OCVarsity.com, where we've got you covered.